yeah, just self-evaluation for that session with Claire. I thought it went really well. Leslie is an excellent volunteer, and that makes a huge difference. And I also prepared quite thoroughly, which also made a huge difference. So good things to note moving forward. And I thought what went well. I think most of it went pretty well. I think that as far as the counselling techniques and that went, my attending behaviours and whatnot, brief encourages active listening, eye contact, that was all there, empathy, compassion. I'm pretty happy with how that went. The note taking, I think I'm getting better with that, for finding balance there, and it's a little bit clunky still at times, so I just need to keep practicing and just sort of work on being congruent and being authentic. Overall I thought it was pretty good. I'm happy with it anyway. So developmental theory, I think thinking about Erickson's generativity versus stagnation for Claire, and so her at the moment she's conflicted about her role because she's just returned to work after being a full-time stay-at-home mum for 4 years. So therein lies really the source of her feelings of stress and feeling overwhelmed, which is perfectly normal. And she's having a massive shift in her role. The role of her life is really shifting, and therein lies what's generating her sort of her difficulties at the moment. So I think keeping that in mind, it just sort of like it just paints a really clear picture of quite a clear picture of what's happening for Claire at this point in her life, and it gives me an idea of how we can work forward to her finding more of a finding some more peace in her new role as a part-time worker now, and not being a full-time mum anymore. So that's the aim for her to adjust into that new life as smoothly as possible. And I think also there's some attachment stuff there as well, but that's more concerned with Ethan, which is perfectly normal. That his tantrums are probably exacerbated by attachment issues because Claire is not there with him full time anymore. So that's something else to keep in mind as well as a secondary consideration. But as far as Claire goes, and the work that we're doing together, I think being able to see this sort of this massive shift in her role, and perhaps a little bit of conflict there between generativity versus stagnation. It sort of it provides a good sort of framework to work from. To help her find some sort of settle into this new role. What else was I going to say? I think that first things first. I think the grounding and the mindfulness techniques and the sort of response rather than reaction approach to Ethan's tantrums and snapping at her husband. I think that's a really good starting point for Claire at the moment. And I don't know if I see Claire again. I haven't looked that far forward in the role plays, but I look forward to seeing how she's gone with that stuff and see if it has made any difference when I speak to her in our next session. All right, thank you.